Hello, welcome to episode 141 of the Epic Film Challenge. And for this episode, I started watching the Spaghetti Western Blu-ray box set, which is the Dollars trilogy, starring Clint Eastwood as the man with no name, which was kind of an American invention. These are Italian films by...
Man with no name. Nameless.
Nameless? Oh, I guess. We just watched Hero, so if you got that reference, then good on you. So yeah, basically, Clint Eastwood, the man with no name, who kind of, he gets called various things throughout these three films, and it's not really disclosed whether that's his actual name or not. And when these films were re-released in America, they went with the whole man with no name campaign to really kind of drum up some more kind of interest in the series. So yeah, it's an Italian film, and it's dubbed, which I didn't realise. They didn't actually record any audio on this film whatsoever. They did it all afterwards in post-production, which was quite interesting. I think they did an amazing job with the sound design. The music is amazing, but obviously the English dub on this is not very good at all. I mean, even Clint Eastwood, his kind of his overdubbing is a bit questionable at times, and he even said on an interview on the Blu-ray that they'd have to kind of keep notes on the set as to what they were actually saying in the scene, because you know it was probably likely that the sheet was going to get lost, and it did get lost. So they had to kind of make bits up as they went along as they were dubbing the film over. Anyway, the film itself, it's just about a guy who kind of wanders into this town that has these two sides to them, and he's very skilled with a gun. So they're both kind of like, they basically want him on their side, and they kind of, you know, they're basically just kind of trying to like work out a way to kind of have him on their side, and he's kind of playing them off against each other in a way. This is a remake of Yojimbo, the Kurosawa film. Well, it's a loose remake, but it is really quite a massive remake. I mean, they said later on that it was God, I'm just kind of losing my track of thought here. Huh? The cat's doing something weird. Okay, yeah. So the film Yojimbo by Kurosawa was released a few years before this film, and so they made this film. Sergio Leone made this film in Italy, and when it came out, it was pretty apparent that it was very similar to Yojimbo. Not just the kind of the nomad just kind of wandering into a town, the two sides, them kind of vying for his loyalty and stuff, but also like there's this kind of saloon slash bar kind of place that's in the middle, and the same thing was in Yojimbo, and he kind of talks with him a lot and finds a friend in him. There's a few things in this that are different that I really liked, some different ideas and stuff, but then when you get to the end, it really is just straight up Yojimbo, right down to the, you know, the whole bit where he's been beaten up and he kind of gets away, and then he just kind of, I'm really losing my track of thought here. Like,
Don't look at me.
don't look at you. Why, have you not seen? Have you seen the film?
No.
Do you want to review it?
What the hell?
I'm just asking. Do you want to review it? You probably do a better job than I am right now. Yeah, at the end, and he gets beaten up, and he goes away, and he's kind of like just sat on his own, just kind of getting better, and you know, getting his skills back and whatever, until he comes back and makes his triumphant return and sets things right. Very similar to Yojimbo, and this review is more of a comparison than an actual review. The film itself, I really enjoyed. Clint Eastwood was amazing. His charisma is just ridiculous in this film. Really made it really cool. Really cool. And actually what happened was Kurosawa actually sued Sergio Leone for basically ripping off Yojimbo, because they claimed that it wasn't a remake of Yojimbo. Yet, in an interview on this very Blu-ray, Clint Eastwood said that the reason he wanted to do the film was because it was a remake of Yojimbo, and he loved that film so much. So you don't know who to believe really, but it turns out Kurosawa actually made more money suing them for this film than he did making Yojimbo. But I think it's a really good kind of retelling of it in a well, not even an American Western setting, an Italian one, but more of a Western setting, if you know what I mean. Even though Yojimbo did lend a lot of things from typical Westerns, but yeah, this one was really good. Really enjoyed it. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's just like, even though it's dubbed badly and all that kind of stuff, just Clint Eastwood's charisma carries the film, and he is, he carries the whole thing. And also, the scene in Yojimbo where Toshiro Mifune, he runs through this barn and he's chopping all this stuff up to make it look like a gang has attacked it. They do the exact same scene in this, but it's just so much tamer. Like, he just knocks a few shelves off the wall and pushes a cupboard over and that's it, whereas in Yojimbo he just destroys this whole barn. So that, I kind of thought, did they need to do that because they just made it look weaker than Yojimbo, and therefore it kind of like highlighted that it was a remake a bit too much. I don't know. But I really liked when he was beaten up and he was kind of getting healthy again. He was just sat in this mine shaft, just like shooting at this this big steel barrel. That was really cool. But yeah, Fistful of Dollars, 9 out of 10. Really bad review. Sorry about that, but there you go. Cheers. Thanks for watching.